Hey everyone, Cardlin here with the newest installment of Fridays with Cardlin. It is July 8th, 2016, and this is officially episode number 6. In case you're wondering what this is all about, think of this as a quicker, more condensed version of my old Q&A videos. Instead of doing a big, long video every 1,000 subscribers or so, now I'll be doing this every Friday morning. I'll answer some questions you all submitted and voted up, and I'll give you some updates on myself and the site and how things are going. First things first, let's get straight to the questions. Now, if you have a question of your own, I have a link in the description below for you to ask it. Also, there's a separate link for you to vote on what questions you want to ask me. Alright, here we go. Question number 1 from Same. What is your... Sam? I keep messing up that name, I'm sorry. What is your stance on homosexuality being a sin based on Catholic Catechism? I don't believe in Catholicism, so I don't think homosexuality is a sin. I think it's just a way of life, and I think it's a pretty cool way of life for people who dig it, you know what I mean? But in terms of it being a sin, I don't believe in sin, so it's kind of a messed up question from the get-go, but yeah, I definitely do not think homosexuality is a sin. And I don't think anyone should feel ashamed for living that kind of lifestyle. Question number 2 from Olive Oil. Do you believe that there are guys or girls out there in our world who act or have close to the same personality as the perfect boyfriend/lover that you create in your audios? I think everybody has the potential to be Cardlin. I think everybody has a little Cardlin in them. I don't think everybody's Cardlin all the time. I don't think someone who is Cardlin all the time exists. And honestly, I think if someone who was Cardlin all the time did exist, I think they'd be pretty annoying, right? Who'd want somebody who's just perfect all the time? But yeah, I definitely do think that there are quote unquote perfect boyfriends/lovers out there who, just only show it sometimes. I'm not perfect all the time. I don't think I know anyone who is. But we all have flashes of it. And really, that's what you should live for, those moments when things are great. If everything's great all the time, then that means great is mediocre. And no one wants mediocre. You want, traffic. You want something that is reliable, steadfast, with moments of brilliance that really shock you, that you can really hold on to. Question number 3, also from Same. What is the greatest dish you have ever cooked? Oh man, I wish I could say that I was a great cook, but that's just not the case. I made some Filipino dishes. My favorite Filipino dish, giniling. I used to make that a lot. I make a mean spaghetti. I make kind of like a vegetable stew that I usually make like a lot at the beginning of the week, and it ends up being like my meal for the rest of the week. But yeah, I'd love to say that I'm a really talented cook, and I definitely plan to get there one day. Taking cooking classes and whatnot, but I'm definitely not there yet. Question number 4 from Gabby. Are there certain aspects of an audio piece from a different creator or voice actor that annoy you? Like a redundant cliché you're tired of hearing, or a subject that bothers you because of how inaccurately presented it is in the audio. To be honest, I don't really listen to other people's audios anymore. It's mostly a matter of not having time, and just wanting to make sure I stay myself, I don't want to end up being influenced or borrowing too much from other people, so I try to stick to my own stuff, though that's really just an excuse for me just not having enough time for it. As for redundant cliches in audios, I used to listen to a lot of audios. I don't like when audios kind of rush to the punchline. And don't get me wrong, I've done lots of audios like that myself. But for the scripts that I write, I try and make sure that the good stuff, the part that you come for, like the bits in the script that really make it, I try and make sure that they are metered out and that it takes a while to get to them, and that when you get to it, there's build up to it, and finally it happens, and blammo, it's there. when scripts kind of rush to it and there's no real preamble, there's no real build up to it, that usually makes me go like a wet noodle, basically. Question number 5 from Rebecca O. Who's your favorite superhero and supervillain? Well, I've always been a fan of the Hulk, just because he's so big and green and mean, right? You know, he's like a big, strong badass, but he's also got this emo side, and he's misunderstood, blah, blah, so forth and so on. Yeah, I got much respect for the Hulk. I've also got a lot of respect for, you know, I love characters like Superman. Well, especially the fact that he's so amazingly powerful, but he restrains himself. You know, the fact that he could do, I love scenes with Superman where like he shows what he could do if he actually unrestrained himself, but it's that restraint that makes him a superhero, you know? As for supervillains, Heath Ledger's take on the Joker was just astounding, right? And, I don't know if this counts, but, Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2 was great. I love those villains where you can kind of sympathize with them and you can kind of understand and see where they're coming from. Yeah, like the line, some men just want to watch the world burn was such a great line. Like that was a defining moment for supervillains for me. Question number 6 from Cassie. Do you have a job outside YouTube? Yes, I do. I work in the video game industry, actually. I won't go into deeper detail than that, but, it's actually a pretty demanding job. It's a, 40 hours a week job, all year round, and, 40 hours minimum, to be honest. Yeah, it's pretty demanding. So when I say I'm busy, when I say I'm doing a lot of stuff, just keep in mind that doing these audios is on top of already having like a full-time gig. Not that I'm complaining, I love doing it, but just hopefully y'all can be understanding and stuff when my schedule gets kind of wonky. Question number 7? Yeah, 7 from Kiara. Do you have any tips for dealing with writer's block? Yeah, definitely. I deal with it all the time. Sometimes you just gotta let it happen. Sometimes you just gotta realize like now's not a good time to write. And when that happens, you gotta just do something else, let your brain enjoy itself, and then when you're ready to write, you'll get back to it. If you do need to write, just sit down and write. Some suggestions I have are turn off all distractions, phone off, other tabs off, just anything that can distract you, get rid of it. Watch something that'll get you in the mood, like if I'm trying to write like a romantic script, I'll watch like a romantic movie or something that's similar. Maybe get some light background music. It's like stuff without lyrics, like instrumentals and whatnot that you can kind of just zone out to and just dive into it. I find what helps is I make a outline first. Like I'll make a list of all the points I want to make, and then I make each paragraph or each couple of sentences about each point, and next thing you know, the script's done. So good luck. Question number 8 from Anne. How do you come up with your scripts? A number of ways, actually. Like I have commissions that I do for people, so they'll come up with they'll commission an audio and I'll write the script for them. I also have a list of ideas that you all have submitted that is great and grows every day. And sometimes I just something will happen in real life, or something will happen to a friend, or I'll see a story online, or I'll see something online, it'll just inspire me, and I'll think of like a cute moment or a cute concept, and I'll try and build a script out of it. Sometimes things happen to me personally, and I'll like a memory of mine, and I'll make a script off of that. Those usually end up being my favorite ones, actually, because it's like reliving a moment from history, so I can really draw a lot of detail into the story. Question number 9 from Selena. Do you have any pets? I do not. I want to. I want to have like a little corgi. I mean, I'd love to like have a bear, like live with like a little bear that grows up to be a huge bear and I'm his best friend and stuff. That'd be the best. But in terms of having pets now, I do not. My roomie has a dog named Milo, and he's just the coolest dude. He's a Labrador Retriever mix. Traffic. But yeah, he's a cool dude, and I love Milo. Question number 10, last question from Barista. What is your favorite Starbucks drink? good question. I used to work at Starbucks actually, and I actually made a couple of drinks on my own. I managed to make this Frappuccino that tasted just like Fruity Pebbles. I couldn't tell you what the combination is now, but it was some mixture of syrups and, like Frappuccino mixtures that, if you did it just right, tasted just like Fruity Pebbles, and it was the best. Nowadays, when I go, I usually get the chai tea latte. Getting it hot, it's like getting a hot cup of Christmas in your hand. And getting it cold is a nice, sweet, spicy drink that I love. Alright, so there's 10 questions. On to announcements. We don't have a lot this week, but we'll jump right into it. Let's see. Okay, right. The first one is that the next button shipment goes out next Saturday. That is Saturday the 16th. So if you want to order buttons and you want to get your shipment in, I mean, there have been a lot of pictures that have been popping up on social media, Twitter and Tumblr, and it's been great seeing all these buttons popping up. If you want to get your set, there's a link in the description below to how to get yours, and you should totally do it. Let's see, next up is guests. Oh, right. For those of you curious, my guests are still here, which is to say my girlfriend and my mystery guest that I haven't told anyone about. But they're here, things are going great, and we're having a lot of fun. And they'll be gone by the end of the month, so which means that come August my schedule will be a lot more reliable. But it'll also be sad because I love these people, and unfortunately they're leaving. Last one, my announcement is regarding my Patreon. If you are one of my Patreon patrons, first off, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for helping me make ends meet and helping me make this dream come true. Second up is sorry that I haven't done anything yet this month. I usually do it right at the beginning of the month, and I haven't done it yet. It's just been so busy with these guests. I've been hosting for till the end of the month, basically. I will upload something, I promise, when I get some time. And if you have any ideas on how I can make it up to you, please don't be afraid to hit me up in the comments below, or messages, or an email. Do anything to let me know what I can do, because I definitely want to do something special to make it up to y'all, because you all are helping making it happen, Last announcement is the list of questions. So I have this link in the description below to a list of questions that we've been using so far. We've been adding a lot of questions to it, and I think something's wrong with the form, because not a lot of those new questions are getting any votes. So I'm going to basically, I guess every month or so, I'll just take the list and I'll just kind of reset it, and I'll put up a new one. So expect that up sometime this weekend, a list of all the new questions and whatnot that you all can vote up and help me choose which ones you want me to answer in this Fridays with Cardlin videos. Yeah. And there we have it. Another Fridays with Cardlin video down and done. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. Do me a favor, and in the comments below, let me know what you think the next big move or evolution or stage of Cardlin audio looks like. And just because I'm sorta maybe a YouTuber now, and YouTubers say these things, don't forget to subscribe and like my videos if you like them, and maybe tell your friends, why not? I believe that about brings us to an end, so, yeah. Cheers.